Welcome. It is Valentine's Day 2023, and it is time for our Hot Topic Deep Dive. 3 stars with us today. We've got a big lineup. Mr. Alex Peck, our head coach, is going to take the leadoff position. On deck, Mr. James Morgan, and batting in third position, we'll call it cleanup today, Bob DeVore. So they're saying, well, at least Bob is saying we've saved the best for last. So, guys, it's social media. And I've asked these 3 to kind of take a direction where I think we've been missing. We've talked about we need to do this, but I don't know if we've really said where to do this at, how to do this, and maybe even the what to do with it. So that's what I've charged these 3 with, and I'm going to hand it right off to Alex, buddy. It's all yours.
All right. So I want to preface all this with social media cannot replace phone conversations, face-to-face conversations. That still needs to be the primary source of your business, but this needs to be added onto it as well. Because what else can we do that we can reach hundreds of people within recording something 10 seconds, putting it out there, and bam, you hit all your people. It's a contact in itself, and it's a reminder of who you are and what you're doing. So before we dive into anything, I want to show you guys and walk you through exactly how you post a video, how you can put pictures, video, mix them together. How do you add music? How do you add captions? So go ahead and take your phone out and open up Facebook. Okay. Everybody got Facebook open? All right. So go ahead and click on the top right corner, the addition sign, and push reel. R-E-E-L, reel. Okay. And when you've done that, your photo library should open up. So your pictures and your photos in your phone should be open. So go ahead and click on a video or a photo. So I'm going to click on a video. So this is the video. Okay. So now on the bottom left, you see where it says edit. Go ahead and push edit. And we're going to add a couple more stuff. So I'm going to add another video and another photo. So when you hit edit, this screen will pop up. And then in the top left corner, you're going to see the add circle. Go ahead and click add. And then your photo library will pop up again. Okay, so this should pop up on the bottom left. That's how you access your photo library. Okay, so go ahead and click that in the bottom left corner. And you're back to your photos. So I'm going to add a photo of Karina. So now Karina's up there, and I'm going to add one more video. So I've got 2 videos and I've got 1 photo. So you can see the total video right now is at 57 seconds. Okay, but now I'm going to edit it. So you can do all your editing in the Facebook app itself. You can shorten it, you can trim it, you can speed it up, and I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So all you got to do is go back to the edit, click on which part you want to edit. So I'm going to do this first video here in the bottom left corner, the 19.4 second one. All right. So now I can speed it up. I can crop it. I can mirror it. So right now it's 19 seconds. I want it condensed to be a little bit shorter. So I'm going to speed it up. So I'm going to click on that speed option. And it's going to give me this. So I can slow it down in slow motion. Right, 1x is normal. 1x is a normal speed. So if you want to slow it down, it's 0.5, 0.3. I want to speed it up. So I'm going to make it go 2x, twice as fast. Okay, is everybody with me so far? I can't see all your faces, so if you don't know where you're at, just let me know. So I'm going to speed it up.
Alex, just as a reminder, everybody will know this will be on the HRC Agent Development channel no later than 6 o'clock.
Okay,
So if you're missing anything, you can go right back and review everything that Alex has given you here. And of course, everything that Bob and James will be given to you.
perfect. So I'm going to speed it up. So now it went from 19 seconds down to 9 seconds. Okay, you see the speed down here is now 2x. And this is what the video looks like. Okay, so I'm good with that video. Now I'm going to go back to the photo of Karina. And it normally, so that's the normal time frame, 15 seconds. That's way too long for a photo. Okay, so I'm going to trim that down to 4 seconds. 3 to 4 seconds is typically the sweet spot. I'm going to trim it down to 4 seconds. So all you do to trim it down is you grab this part and you slide it down this way. Okay, so 14 down to 4 seconds. Now that photo will be in the video for 4 seconds long. It's going to go from video to photo and then video. So I'm good with this photo. Now I'm going to go to the last part, which is the third video I got. Right there, 23 seconds. That's too long. So I want to trim that down. So I'm going to speed it up like I did the first video. Okay, so I'm going to click on the speed option. Now it's 2x. Now it went from 23 seconds down to 11. Okay. Now I'm good with my video, my photo, my video. So if you want to add captions, so if you're talking about a certain topic, if you're going through how to get pre-approved, if you're going through an informational video, all you got to do is upload the video into this, and you see the CC option right here, captions. Click that, and it will automatically upload captions to your video. Obviously, there's no captions in this because it's sped up and it's just background noise. But when you upload a video of you talking to yourself or talking about anything, the words will pop up on the screen for you. Okay, so for this, I don't want captions because we're not talking. I'm going to add music. So if you want to add music to your video, you're going to go on the top right corner where it says audio. Go ahead and click on that. It'll bring you to this. So when you're putting music on, you want to mute your original video because you don't want the background noise. Okay, so I'm going to mute my original audio, and then I'm going to go down to where it says add music and click that, and then it'll open up and I can type in any music that I want. All right, so I'm going to mute this video, add music, and this pops up. So I like classic rock. I like AC/DC because they're awesome. So I'm just going to type in here. You can type in any music, song, artist, anyone you want. Type it up here, and then it'll pop up. So I'm going to type in AC/DC. And now AC/DC pops up. So now I have all these songs to pick from. Okay, so now I pick a song. In the Facebook app.
That needs to be blasting before every Hard Knocks. Seriously.
I'm telling you, man, give me the aux cord and we'll play some AC/DC. I know what's up.
Yeah.
So that now you know how to add video, you know how to add photo, you know how to change the speed, you can add captions, you can add music, all right there in the Facebook app. So you don't have to pay for it. It's super simple, super easy. It's all there. So if you got it coming soon, snap a couple photos, maybe do a walk around the house or walk through the house, upload it to Facebook, edit it, boom, you got a reel. And now that's the basic how-to. So now, okay, how long should it be? What content should we be posting? So I want you guys to think of Facebook and Instagram is your short form content. Realistically, when you're posting on there, it should be 30 seconds, 60 seconds max or less. Okay, so anything going on Facebook, Instagram, keep it between the 30 seconds ideally. If you go longer, 60 seconds max. Your long form content needs to be on your YouTube channel. So who here has and utilizes a YouTube channel? That's what I like to see. We got about 2 people up. All right. Why do we not have a YouTube channel? You guys could be posting content all day long on YouTube. And one of the best ways to create short form content is to create a long form video on YouTube. Let's say it's a 3, 4, 5 minute video on YouTube. Then you can take bits and pieces of that long form content, 10, 20, 30 seconds, piece it together like I showed you. And now you have content for an entire week. You can do a 4-minute video on what it takes to get pre-qualified and then take 10, 15, 20 seconds of that long form, put it in Facebook. Now you've got content covered for the next week. That's how simple it is. Okay. So anything 60 seconds and above should be going on YouTube, 60 seconds and below, Facebook, Instagram. Okay. Now I like to
Hey,
use,
Alex,
yeah.
here's a quick question. Knowing that Facebook and Instagram are linked, is there an easy way to put them on both?
Yeah. So ideally, if you got a long form content on YouTube, you can share the link directly to Facebook and Instagram, and it'll take you right there. So Facebook, you can just copy and paste the link, put it into a post. Instagram, you can put it into a story and actually put the link in your story. So that way, when someone's watching your story, you can take like a 10-second clip from the long form video and say, if you want to learn more, here's the full link to the full video. So you're driving traffic to your YouTube channel. Okay. So Facebook and Instagram is good for short form content, but if you want the really long form, good in-depth content, you should be using Facebook and Instagram to drive your audience to your YouTube channel. And by doing that is posting bits and pieces of your long form content to your short form content on Facebook and Instagram, like a preview, right? Like, hey, this is what I got going on. If you want to learn more, here's the full video. So you can just copy and paste the YouTube link to Facebook, and you can also put the link in your Instagram story, which I can show you how to do that, but we're not covering that today. So there's different schools of thoughts on this. I like to do all my editing outside of the apps because from what I understand, every time you do editing, it compresses the video, which may diminish the quality. So if I'm doing like Instagram or video, I use a couple apps. So I'm going to give you a couple of free ones that are incredible. The best one that you can use that's free, that has captions, transitions, you can zoom in and zoom out, change the camera angle. It's an app called CapCut, CapCut. I've been using it for a couple weeks now, and it's incredible. I mean, it's the best value you can get as an app. If you have an iPhone or an iPad, another free app is called Video Shop. Video Shop. It's free. It does have a premium version, which gives you a lot more access to stuff, but the free version you can get away with. I mean, it's good. And then the third one, so my long form content, like my YouTube stuff, I usually use Canva. So Canva, again, is good. They have free versions, but if you're really going to use a lot of video content, it's worth paying $13 a month for Canva for the premium version.
Where do you edit your video in Canva?
So I have an iPad. So I either do it on my iPad or I do it on my desktop. So 99% of my editing is on my iPad. So like the videos you see on my Facebook and Instagram, I do all that editing off my iPad on CapCut. But if you're doing more long form content and maybe you want to upload some graphics or some graphs or some data, you want to use Canva. But if you are using Canva, I strongly recommend using a desktop because the iPad can be a little finicky and it's not as easy or friendly on an iPad. You want to use a desktop if you're using Canva. Good question. So should I post just to my timeline or should I post to my story? Both. Okay. And so what I typically do is when I make a post, I throw it out there, then I'll wait a couple hours and then I put that post in my story because some people may not have seen it. Okay. So you should be posting and then adding that post to your story as well. So you may hit everybody in case you miss anybody.
Well, let's dive more into that, Alex, before you move on real quick. Why you're doing that? One, I think we all think about, when we make a Facebook post, you post it and everybody, all of your friends see it all at once, right? No, I mean, the algorithm doesn't work that way. It takes time to scroll through, right? And it's going to show you it's going to show you more posts of the posts that you hang out on more and things like that, right? So they might not see your post from today until a week or two from now.
Yep.
And then secondly, when you log into your Facebook app or Instagram app, what is the top thing right there? It's stories.
Yep.
So that's why people are more apt to click on your stories and move through those as opposed to keep swiping through there.
Yep.
Just want to add that.
100%. And that's a great way to drive people to your channel, because you can take bits and pieces of your long form content, put it in a story, and then put the link in your story to drive them to the actual full video if they want to see more. Okay. That's, again, it's driving traffic. And one thing I don't think I mentioned, we don't want to post video. We want to post reels. Reels is going to get you the most exposure possible because Facebook and Instagram are pushing those through the algorithm. So if you want as many people to see it, post reels, and also record this way. Don't do it sideways. Record this way, because that's how reels has to be uploaded. Otherwise, it doesn't look as good. Okay, so keep those simple things in mind. Keep in mind, who is your audience? Who are you advertising to, right? So a younger demographic, I mean, you're a first-time home buyer all day long. You can do a week full of content on just what is required to get pre-approved. I posted a simple 40-second video on the pre-qualification process on Facebook. I got almost 3,000 views. That's where young people get their information. That's where they're going, right? So keep in mind of who your audience is and what questions they may have, what they may not be sure of. Most buyers don't even know it doesn't cost them anything to pay for an agent to represent them. They have no idea, right? So just think that your audience knows nothing and get really basic level, valuable content that they may not know. What are their problems and needs, right? Your content should revolve around value, and the value for your audience should be, what are their problems and what can I provide to them to help solve their problems? What questions do they have? What problems may they have? What concerns may they have? Interest rates, that's all they're getting pounded with, right? Don't buy a house right now because interest rates are too high. So putting out a graph showing that over the last 50 years, the average interest rate was between 7 and 8%. Where else are they hearing or seeing that from? They ain't seeing that, right? And so you may have someone who's on the fence about buying, but because of what they're hearing, they're not pulling the trigger because they don't really know what's going on, because they're just hearing nonsense from people they don't know. Okay. This is a good question too. What is your personal brand? What do you represent? If you don't know the answer to that, we got to start working on that, right? Because yes, the corporate brand is important. It's got a lot of legitimacy behind it, right? But in today's day and age, people want to know about the personal brand. They want to know about you. They want to know what they're getting when they work with you. They want to know how you operate, how you work with people, right? So post stuff like that, right? If you got a closing, that's an easy one. Take a picture, take a quick video, take a picture of the house. I just help these buyers get into a home. People want to see that, right? And that's the other thing. What do people see from you on a continuous basis? What are you putting out there? Is it positive? Is it negative? Is it entertaining? Is it boring? Right? Like, okay, yeah, the graphics are great, right? I just sold this, pictures up there. That's great. But people want to see and hear from you. They want to see and hear from you. They want to know what's going on in your life. They want to know what you do on a daily basis, right? All that stuff. I don't know if Janelle's on here, but she told me she just takes like stories. She was eating a sandwich in the parking lot waiting for the inspector to show up. Like that stuff that she posts daily. So people get a good idea of who she is and how she operates. And that's what's going to draw people towards you. So that's kind of my, yeah.
So
Bill Finn.
go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, so there's probably a group of people in the room that are Samsung/Android users. And it's just a little bit different from the beginning. I thought I should just throw out there. There's not a plus sign up in the corner.
Okay.
You gotta scroll down to about the 6th or 7th. You got to scroll through to about 6 or 7 posts to your Reels section. And then there's a create button underneath there. So I mean, Android users are pretty intelligent, so they probably figured it out already.
That's
But-
why I figured I didn't have to explain it to you guys, because you
I
know
do.
that. I'm just talking
might
to the
be
dumb
somebody that
iPhone
just-
users.
There might be somebody that just converted over and they needed that help. So I just figured, because there's no plus sign, I just
Yeah,
figured.
and actually, I was gonna say you can get to it at the very top by sliding to the left. When you first open it up also, that would be your other spot. So listen, want to keep going, make sure we get everybody the proper time to be able to speak. So we're gonna turn it over to we'll call him social extraordinaire, Mr. James Morgan, our co-branch manager out of our Belleville location. It's all yours, bud.
Appreciate you, Darwin. Appreciate you guys for having me on. So I wanted to just I took a bunch of notes, put them together, and I wanted to make sure everybody got, tons of value. Like Alex, I mean, that was awesome. Just got right into it. Here's how you do it. No more excuses. Just do it. I love it. I want to kind of break down some of the things because I know not everybody is maybe as as versed in the social media and why we're doing certain things and the difference between them. Alex and I were talking the other day, and I think there is a big difference between, obviously Facebook and Instagram are the same, but Instagram and Facebook do have different demographics. So it's something to consider when you are posting, because if you got your Instagram account, that demographic is a little bit younger. I mean, it is the millennials basically and down. So you don't have a lot of like baby boomers on there and things like that, right? So when I think about my Instagram page, I'm thinking about when somebody visits that, I want them to see my personality, but also my professionalism and my relatability. And I mix it all in there. And I mean, so I do all my listing videos, real estate tips, personal stuff, things like that. And I just mix it all in because I figure if they go and see that and they just scroll through and they like me, more likely than not, they're going to work with me. So I think there's a difference there. And then also keep in mind, Facebook, we do recommend one, obviously you have to have a personal page, but we do recommend also having a business page. So, but the difference between the two, I think, is your Facebook business page needs to be a little bit more professional as opposed to maybe the stuff you would post on Instagram together. So for your business page, we like to keep that maybe a little bit more clean cut. You can get reviews. You can ask for reviews on your Facebook business page. So if that's something that's important to you and you're trying to drive traffic, start asking for Facebook reviews. Start thinking about why would somebody visit your business page? Like just start thinking about that. Why there's a billion real estate agents out there. Why are they following your page? What are they going there to look for, right? What reasons do they have to visit? Is it entertainment? Is it humor? Is it listings? Is it tips? Is it real estate hacks? Is it design stuff? What type of agent are you? What are you trying to provide for your clients or your potential customers out there? And again, why would they visit a real estate agent's Facebook page? Something to seriously ask yourself. And then personal page, I think that this is pretty simple, but also not so simple. Just be yourself. Honestly, be your authentic, genuine self. You are who you are. Unless you have tons of money to change the way you look and change the way you sound, this is the way it is. So just tell your story, share your story. What you are in real estate. And if you have the luxury of being a full-time real estate agent, you have the luxury of designing your life every single day and what that looks like. And all you have to do is share your life on a regular basis. Like Alex mentioned, you do a video walkthrough. I'm at a closing, I'm at a showing, I'm at an inspection, things like that. Did you know, right? You post yourself at an inspection. Hey, did you know radon gas, ... Really simple. So some things to consider there. And then for everybody, I want to just break down kind of the difference in posts. And these are both for Facebook and Instagram. And I would say these are the most effective ways to basically use the different video or different posting items on both platforms. And the only difference between Instagram and Facebook right now, because Facebook actually ended up getting Reels recently and all that, is the only difference between Instagram and Facebook is carousels. Okay, so let me break down the different types of posts you can do on both platforms. You can do just a general post. This is just an easy way to reach out to your followers and potential customers, what you're doing, timely updates, things like that. Your stories, Alex mentioned earlier, they're typically at the top. And this is what you're doing. This is your story, what you're doing. So, use a combination of visuals, text, try to engage with the followers that visit that by adding a sticker, a poll, asking a question, multiple choice. People love to vote on stuff. That's a super easy one to do in your stories. Again, carousels I mentioned. Carousels are great for like informational graphics to where they can like swipe through, you know, you click and it's like 8 slides and you can swipe through and you could be like, you know, real estate 101, did you know, ... is like the cover. And then you go and you do a tip on each one. Boom, boom, boom. The last slide is, you know, for more tips, maybe visit my YouTube page or something like that, like Alex was saying. So what's great about carousels on Instagram and great about, if you ever notice like some of the best social media people out there, like they'll post a lot and they post like this really long form description. And I know a lot of us don't like to read a lot, especially like on the Facebook stuff, like read a big old long post, but there's a reason they do that, because honestly, if you already like them, you're following them and you're probably reading all of that if you really like them. And then the Facebook and Instagram algorithm is saying, man, look how long James is hovering on Darwin's post. He must really like Darwin. Let's show him more Darwin. That's how it is. That's just the way it is. So same thing with Instagram carousels. They swipe, they're on your post, they're interacting with it, and they're staying on your post for a long time. So again, the more your viewers hang out on your posts, stories, reels, click through and visit, that's more engagement. It tells the algorithm, we got to give this person more of Darwin. All right. And then obviously you have reels, which Alex touched on. They're obviously newer short form content. This came from TikTok. And yes, these are very easy videos that you can do just as a video walkthrough through a listing, especially an empty one. I mean, we should all be doing video tours. Any empty listing, you know, schedule a showing, go do a video tour. You can talk through it, or afterwards you can narrate it. Maybe that's another lunch and learn, and so how to do some of these different things. That's becoming really popular, like the blog narration. And then of course, live videos. I mean, these platforms love live. So the more you use live, the more you'll be exposed to all of your followers. And also they get a notification. All of your followers get a notification when you go live. So just think, I mean, this is something that you could do if you don't have to go live and talk like this all the time, but maybe you could set up something with a lender or a title person and just say, hey, for the next, you know, here's a 20-minute live Q&A with my preferred lender. And we're going to do a live on this day. And you're just going to ask that lender questions on live. And that's it. Hey, if you want to learn more, contact me, contact her, So they'll recommend you do that once a week if you can go live once a week. So I would recommend posting 3 times a week, posting to your story every day. And if you can go live once a week, that would probably be ideal for your engagement. And then just thinking, okay. So then just getting back to your personal page, or I mean, your business page. Again, I mean, why are they going to visit, right? Why are they going to visit your page? So if I really got into the tips and the real estate explanations. I mean, people seem to really enjoy that. So again, like Alex said, I mean, you can just share your experiences. You can go through that whole purchase agreement and explain what certain things mean, right? Something like as simple as a contingency, because there's so many contingencies. And I mean, some of the, you know, the 3 best contingencies within our agreement are what? It's like the mortgage contingency, the inspection contingency, and the appraisal contingency. Right? Those cover your client's butts. Explain why those are built in there. I mean, that's 3 videos right there. That's kind of, that's what they're calling like edutainment now, right? People are sitting there watching you and they're learning a little bit of something while they're there.
Yeah. And can I add on that? Because
yeah, please.
For those people who have a lot of experience in this business, out of all the deals you've done, you don't have at least one interesting deal you can share with the people. Oh, by the way, this came up. I can't believe I haven't shared this with you guys, but blah, blah, blah. James and I on our podcast, I told him a story about a FSBO who told me that after I asked him when he sold the home, he told me he was going to prison. And I just took that 15-minute clip. It got like 7,000 views. People love that stuff, right? And on that topic, because you're so good at this, James, and you do it so often, do you like social media? Do you like doing video?
No, honestly, I don't. And I'm not the most active user, especially when I get busy. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. But it was just something that I had to force myself to do and get into because I knew it was just the easiest way to get in front of the most people, honestly. And you know, it would just became necessary. And the more you do it, the better you'll get at it, honestly. I will share, here's a big one that I share with all my agents. There's an app called, and honestly, if you're using this content, like if you're on Instagram and actively scrolling, these tools are going to pop up and you just got to maybe click on them and try them out. But there's an app called BigVu, BIGVU. It's a teleprompter app. Okay. I use it all the time, especially for maybe my longer, more informational videos. But it's great. It has the script coming right off the camera. You're looking straight at the camera. You can set your pace of talk. You can, if you pay for the premium, it'll get rid of the logo. You can add your logo. I mean, it is amazing. But seriously, I've turned so many infographics into informational content by taking that infographic or whatnot, reading it into the script in my own language. And then of course I've got my script and I go and perform my video. And honestly, it sounds super easy, I know, but it takes effort. It takes a little bit of practice too, to read while you're talking into a camera. So it sounds natural, right? It does take time. So anyways, if you haven't checked that one out, that's a huge
Hey,
one.
if I just jump in there, James,
Please.
one of the biggest things that people will always talk about is, well, it's not me.
Oh yeah.
They haven't ever been on video before. They haven't heard themselves really talking or what their voice sounds like before. Got a quick recommendation before we turn it over to Bob?
Absolutely. Practice. Grab your phone, put it on video, and just start talking into it. Honestly, this is something that you can do. You should be doing just for your business in general, for practicing listing appointments and buyer consultations. Just practice in the video, watch yourself back. I mean, it's game film. It's game film.
Yeah.
Yeah,
To give you an
I really-
idea, I've never really done social media until like 6 months ago. And it would take me a good hour and a half to do one 30-second video. So between the multiple takes, between the multiple editing, between making sure I got it right, like it takes a while, but as you get better at it, now I can do one in 10 minutes. Like consistency breeds efficiency. The more you do it, the more comfortable you get. And that just, you know, your own genuine self will come out.
Absolutely.
Knowledge, I would throw out knowledge is confidence also. The
Big
more
time.
you know about your subject matter, the more you believe in your subject matter, the better you're going to sound. Knowledge is confidence.
That's so true, Darwin. Just before I let you go, I remember as I was putting some of that content out, I remember seeing comments and it was like, if I ever do sell my house, I'll probably use James Morgan. He seems to know what he's talking about. Like,
Oh yeah.
just that.
And
Just that.
Ryan, to your point, I hate the fumbling, bumbling videos too, but I keep them and then I put them all together in one video because people love that, right? To show that, hey, it's not easy. Everyone makes mistakes, but it's kind of fun to kind of laugh at yourself and edit them all together. I put together one with me and Darwin. That was just one session. I mean, I could put together like a 5-minute video of all the mistakes that we do, but it's all part of it too. That's content.
Absolutely. Hey, James, Candace was asking if you would share with everybody how you set yourself on fire.
Yeah, again, just play around in those apps. I mean, that was Instagram. That's literally, that was a filter, honestly. And I just
It's
searched for
just
it. I
another
searched
thing that's
fire.
actually out there and available.
Yes, I searched fire on Instagram and it was a filter and I just rolled with it.
I like it. I like it. All right. So staying in time and making sure that we're all set, we turn it over to Technology Ambassador Extraordinaire, Mr. Bob DeVore.
You know, it's absolutely incredible to be able to sit here and listen to Alex and James speak, because it's nice to know that I do speak enough with a loud voice that they've actually heard some of it and have applied it. I mean, thank you. And it's funny to hear Alex say, admittedly, that he fought this just like many of us fought the cell phone years ago. We wouldn't give up our pager. And for those of you who don't know what that is, that's okay. All right. So I entitled my piece IWHUIDI. And I really hope each and every one of you know exactly what that says and what that means. Because if you don't, well, then you got to listen to me so that I can tell you. So, you know, I'm a numbers guy, right? So according to NAR, the social media platforms used by realtors, get that, realtors, is Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, and Twitter. And that's the order that NAR says we use them. Okay. This is nationwide, right? So what's everybody else use? Facebook comes in at a whopping third place. What do you think's got first place? Instagram. Instagram. I don't do Instagram. What do you think number 2 is? I'm not going to tell you what number 2 is because I'm going to skip, go to number 4. Guess what is not on everybody else's list? LinkedIn's not there. And I know I'm going to hurt some of your feelings, but TikTok is not there either. But what is there, and this may come as a shock and a surprise to some of you, Pinterest is number 5. Number 2 is YouTube. YouTube, the second largest search engine. If you get nothing else out of today, the second largest search engine is YouTube. You can go live on YouTube just like you can go live on Facebook. You can create shorts on YouTube. Oh. Can I get you to understand that YouTube is our future? Can I get you to understand that creating GIFs, to put another plus out there for Canva Pro will allow you to do GIFs. Again, awesome. But again, I'm going to break into some more numbers here, folks, because you know what? Sometimes it's more about, okay, why do I want to do this? What's my why? So impressions equals business. Impressions equal business. Someone saw your post. Do not focus on how many make likes. Do not focus on how many comment. Don't focus on followers or anything else. Know that someone has seen your post. Look at your insights. How many views did you get? How much engagement did you get? Focus on the views, focus on the engagement, and forget everything else. Stop putting more on your plate than you got to have. Just focus on the views, focus on the engagements, because then you know you're getting to your audience. 26, who could afford 26% more business this year? Anybody? I mean, you know, your CRM, again, these statistics are coming from NAR. All right. So if you're going to actually employ Moxie Engage, you could potentially do 26% more business. Forget the fact that if you look at the statistics for Moxie Works Tools and what they say about Engage, you're going to actually do better than 26%. 30% straight out from the MLS. That's because we're lazy. We just send out that information from the MLS because it's easy. We don't care about being personalized or anything else. And then a whopping 36% for social media. There's the key, folks. You're looking to turn into new business. I just gave you the key. CRM is a piece of it. MLS is a piece of it. Social media is a piece of it. 20% of NAR members get 1 to 5% of their business from Facebook. So what'd you generate last year? How about 10% of NAR members get 6 to 10% of their business from Facebook? I exceed that. Each and every year for the last 3 years, I have over 100 leads every single year generated off of Facebook. For 2022 was 119. Those leads were given to many needy, wanting, hungry new agents. And I believe the number was 38 of them that transferred into business.
Hey, Bob, quick
Yes.
question. Interesting that there's that number of leads that you've got. Are those just your friends? Are you doing marketing, advertising? What, how, can you expand on that 119 leads you got?
I don't know who those people are. I don't know who those people are. I generate a post four times a month. What is your home worth? What is your home worth? Every listing that goes out generates leads. Why would you post anything on your Facebook page and not have it come back to you? I'm just asking, because right now, and again, this ties into what we're doing on Thursday with Moxie websites. How are you driving traffic to your website? James and Alex talked about how you can drive it to your YouTube channel, but what about your website? Oh, you mean, well, I could probably take some of those YouTube videos and I could embed them into my website. Oh my goodness, if you haven't joined me on Thursday, you're missing out. That's all I'm going to say, because I don't have enough time to get into all that. 89% of the buyers found their home, get ready, by internet was 51%. That's why I ask you, what are you doing to drive your website? If you're not promoting it, who do you think's promoting it? If you don't have backlinks to it, oh, what's backlink? Join me on Thursday. 29% agent. How about sellers? 36% of the sellers were referred. And this number is absolutely incredible. Look at that. This again is SNAR, folks. 73% said they would use the same agent again. Oh, yeah. Actually, only 27% do. Let that sink in just for a minute. 73% said they would, but only 27. Is that on them or is that on us? I say it's on us, because we did not stay top of mind. Build relationships. I've heard it already. What's the story you're telling? Because if you're not telling your story, nobody else is either. If I go to your website and I can't tell your story, you're not telling the story. If I go to your Facebook page and you're not telling the story, you're not telling the story. If you're not using your business page and Facebook to check into that restaurant, to check into that hairdresser, to check into that coffee joint, that ice cream joint, that wherever, every time you go someplace within your community, you're not checking in. Why aren't you tying yourself to your own community? How are you going to do business in your own community? I don't even know who you are. You're not one of them crazy people that has a magnet with realtor driving this car. You don't do that because you're afraid to. So check in. Promote yourself. Come on. I'm awesome. Be authentic. Educational. Market update. I show people how they can put the market update on their websites. Oh, you could do that? Yeah, you could do that. Profile, intro video. Do it on the office if you're afraid. Do it of everybody else. What about a neighborhood? You want to do business in that neighborhood? Then go promote it. Know your audience and testimonials. You're going to get the testimonials if you know who your audience is. Alex had to turn the sound down because I'm getting too excited and loud in here. If you don't know why to use video, there it is. 95% retention rate. 95%. So guess what, folks? 10% for something red. Again, are we going to read it all? Nope. So here we are, right back where we started. Can I do an analogy real quick? Because, while it's 50 some degrees today, just a few short weeks ago, the temperatures were sub-zero. Super cold, right? You remember that just a couple of weeks ago? Well, when I got off the highway, there's this guy with his cardboard sign, homeless, God bless you. And, I thought about that because we all have seen them, we have feelings one way or another. But you know what amazed me the most is when I really thought about it is he's committed. Whether it's a sham, whether it's real, whatever his story is, he's committed. It's -6 and he's on a corner collecting donations. That's committed. Because I don't know of a realtor that's doing door knocking at -6 degrees. So what does IWHUDI stand for? Are you ready? Write this down because this is important. I got nothing else I could add, Darwin. That says it all.
You know what? It just reminds me, we're either active or we're actively passive. Passive by itself is exactly what you're wrapped up with. Nothing's going to happen until you do it. So you're either going to the business or you're doing the things that are necessary to get the business to come to you. So I'm looking at 12:47. Guys, we've done pretty well. So we've given about 13 minutes left here to where we've intentionally planned for question and answer. So feel free to take yourself off mute, jump out there and let's ask questions or even share some successes that you might have had doing what you've done, doing social media. I have a question here in Rochester. Hey, guys, there's a question of, would they be okay if they were to contact you and ask you for assistance?
Sure.
Yeah,
Anytime.
yeah, absolutely. So, you know, all three of these guys are out there. They're in the company directory. Obviously, I bet if you just did a search for James Morgan, I'm pretty certain a guy had come up. Obviously, Alex Peck is one of our coaches. He's the head coach. I'll tell you, we've got Karina Ball, our newest. So Karina is what we're going to call our specialist in regard to working your sphere of influence. So definitely reach out to them. And obviously, the guys, your managers are going to have how to reach out to these. Bob, I think it's important that you let everybody know what you're doing so that when they get those emails from you and they see your schedule, that they don't just breeze by it. Can you kind of just let them know more directly what those are there for and what you're doing?
You know, one of the things that I changed, understand that because time is valuable and I do block tremendously, but I like to do all my posts for the entire month. But I stopped doing it because, you know what? That's one more thing you have to learn. And I started to understand that, yep, it gets overwhelming. So I post 5 days a week, 5 days, every single day, Monday through Friday. Saturday and Sunday, I take off. Okay. Unfortunately, I don't work where my selling office is. They got me in another city. So I don't get to go to restaurants and stuff and plug in. So I have to take advantage of it. Did you know hashtags still work, folks?
Yeah.
Hashtag Fenton, hashtag Holly, hashtag Linden, and hashtag Lake Fenton. I do it by school district. My market reports are by school district. Again, the emails that I send out every single Monday, yes, they're scheduled, okay? Because I have to go in and create the classes and get the links and embed all the links and make it easy for you. And then when I do the class and I have to get it uploaded to YouTube and all the other stuff. But at the bottom of every single one of those emails is a link to come to me. Why? Because every single morning between the hours of 9 and noon, I'm working with agents one-on-one. Every single day. So if you don't see available times, that's because somebody's already got that slot.
Are you good, Bob?
Yes.
Okay. Holly, if we're uncomfortable, would having an alter ego be better? Wigs and props. Look, I get that. Nobody's comfortable doing it. I mean, if you guys follow my Facebook or my Instagram, I told myself when I came back from Gen Blue, I don't care. I'm posting a video every single day. So something goes up every single day. Do I like it? No, but it's in my schedule because I have to do it. And to that point, the best way to ease you into this, which is why I showed you what I showed you at the beginning, is you guys can put together a video without your face even in it. You could just do either a video of something else or just put together a bunch of photos, right? So that's one of the best ways to really get things going. But keep in mind, it's not about us. It's not about presenting us. It's about reminding people that you're there to help, right? It's a contact in itself. Yeah, see, Bob's got alter egos like right there. And even though we're talking about social media, video itself needs to be in your business. And one of the best ways you can use video for your business is follow up. So I'll share this, and I know she won't mind. She's on the call, Caroline. Every month, my agents have to report their numbers to me. So how many appointments did you go? How many conversations you have? How many listings you take? And it comes every month. And getting agents to submit numbers to me is a job in itself. So sometimes what I'll do is if I ask a couple times and I don't get it, I'll send them a video and say, hey, this is the 4th time asking for your numbers. I still haven't got them. I just want to make sure your phone still works. And with that half an hour, I get them. So video works. Okay. So if you got a lead you're following up on and they're not answering you, send them a quick video. Hey, you know, it's Alex James. I'm just following up with you. We had a conversation a couple weeks ago. I'm here. If you need anything, please let me know. That's it. Sending that out because that's going to separate you from the competition as well as give you more of a personal touch.
For sure.
So, you know, it also, you just reminded me of something else. These things only work if you work them. These things only work if you work. There is no magic pill. We have to talk to people. We either go talk to the people or we do the things that will get people to call and talk to us. Social media is a great thing. And right now, I don't know here, if you're out prospecting, if you're out talking to people, if you're getting, you know, 8, 10 contacts a day or conversations, as we in the coaching crew are now referring to it as, you may be getting frustrated, especially if you started this at the first of the year. Look, conversations turn to leads. Leads turn to appointments. Appointments turn to contracts. Contracts turn to closings. It will be a little frustrating right now, but do a variance of things, both active and being actively passive. And right now, social media, reels, these short videos are the things that I can tell you. I see people sitting on, well, here, TV's on. See, anybody else guilty? TV's on. I'm watching the TV, and here's the phone in hand, and I'm doing this, watching reels, and the TV is on. Now, I'm be pretty certain that I'm not the only one. So,
Hey, Darwin, I've got something to add with that.
oh, please.
Okay, so I think the biggest thing that helped me was just calling myself out. So 2 things. One, you cannot compare your 1 to somebody else's 1,000. Don't do it. Second of all, the very first time I did a video, I was a mess. It was terrible. And I just called myself out and I literally said, you know, I'm not comfortable. And I like kind of made a joke about it. But then it kind of helped me get comfortable. And then I posted the blooper reel because, of course, I made my first video right before the world shut down. So obviously we all needed to laugh. The blooper reel, I think, got 1,800 views. So screw it and do it. The other thing is, too, I still hate videos of myself. I pick everything apart, whatever. But the way that I do it is I think about it. So all you amiables out there that are like me, I'm not doing it for me. I'm doing it for my clients. I know that Facebook Live likes my dang mug in the video. So in order to get that video out of my seller's listing, I got to stick my mug in it. So like it or not, I'm not doing it for me. I'm not doing it for vanity. I'm not doing it to be Facebook famous. I'm doing it because it's in my client's best interest and they deserve my fiduciary duty. The end.
Thank you, Nicole. Marjorie, you're absolutely right. It doesn't need to be perfect. We can't be, here, look at this mug. I got blemishes. I won't even put Larry online here, baggy eyes, but guess what? I know Larry's a friend of mine. He can't help it. Hey, he looks good for 90. I'm just, anyway. Guys, this is what they're going to see when they get you. The way that you talk, the words that you use. If we're animated in that crazy guy that turns into a wet gremlin that we all get to see, it's sugar that causes that effect with Bob. But I always blame it on it. But guys, that's what they're going to see. It's you. So what I would tell you, don't make it perfect. Give yourself a little bit of a script. My best guidance is start with an outline, not a verbatim script, and pick a real estate subject matter if you want to speak on that, and speak on the one that you know best. No, the one that you can speak from the heart, because you're going to get a grade of A if you do that. I think that's the best part. But above all else, and I think somebody else has just said it, Alex, what did you put it? Done is
Done beats perfect every day of the week and twice on Sundays. Just get it done.
For sure. And here's a quick tip. If you guys want to do it today, it's Valentine's Day, right? Hop on
yeah,
video,
buddy.
let everybody know you're the community matchmaker. You're the community home matchmaker. Give me a call.
Darwin,
I'll
can
put-
I just add something real quick from personal
Would you
experience?
please? Yeah.
A year ago, December, I had won a month free coaching with Alex, and his month was all about video. And he prompted me every week to put out a video. So I did a video twice a week, every week for 4 weeks in December, hardest month of the year to do that because nobody wants to look at that. They're shopping and doing all their other stuff. I walked into January and February, my two biggest months of the year last year, because I did video. People saw me, they responded to that, asked questions. They're like, wow, this is really cool. I can't believe you're out here. I'm not doing video for the agents in my office. I'm not doing video for anyone on this screen. I'm doing video for the people that are watching me every day. And it's not about your likes, and it's not about the hearts that come out every time you put up a video. It's about the content you put out to the people that are listening. My people that are listening are not 20 somethings. They're the people that are my age, 30, 40. That's who my demographic is. And that's who I'm speaking to.
That's good
So
stuff.
Put it
Coach.
out, it works.
That's good stuff.
That was
Alex, you were gonna
awesome.
say?
No, that was awesome. I was going to say that's exactly right. We're not putting content out for other agents in the office. We're putting content out for the people that you're going to work with and the people that want information from you.
I
Bob,
gotta
a
jump
final
to
thought?
Moxie Engage for those that want a little bit more training quickly. Jump.
Yeah, Bob's gonna jump off because he's starting it. I would just throw out, thank you. I got a rose today. So guys, there's all those folks out there. You know you love them, but you love your customers too. Why don't we just go ahead and create that video today? It's Valentine's Day, and tell everybody how much you love them. So guys, that's gonna wrap it up. Our, let's see, second Hot Topic Tuesday deep dive. It will be back to the normal stuff, and you guys might have created something that we'll have for the next Hot Topic. So have a great one. Tell everybody you love them. You guys are awesome. Go talk to people.